All right, welcome everybody. It is the week of November 2nd, so election week, post-Halloween candy work-off week. So welcome to our weekly video update. My name is Rebecca Morris. I'm the president and founder of the Arizona Builders Exchange. And today I brought in the experts with us. And what we're trying to do is to bring forward some project opportunities, some business leads. If you're in the Arizona architecture, engineering, and construction field, that's what we do. We want to help you get more business and build a thriving business. So first up, a couple of news kind of events that we're working on for the rest of the year. I am working on securing Lucid Motors to bring together a panel discussion on how they are building their manufacturing facility down in Casa Grande and their potential for future phases. So that is what I'm working on for our November Leading Market Series event. And then in December, what we're going to do is put together a survey of owners. So the perspective, what's your outlook on 2021? We're going to survey a ton of our owners, both public and private side, and then kind of compile a survey results. So those are our November and December LMS topics I'm very excited about. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to our experts to talk about what they see going on in the market. Kristen Amato, our senior market researcher on the public side. Can you tell us about some of the active procurements you found in the past week or so?
Yes, indeed. The first one on my list for today is with the city of Chandler. They are requesting RFQs for design services for Fire Station 282 rebuild. This project will replace the existing 7,868 square foot fire station with a new station, including 4 apparatus bays, 13 dorm rooms, 5 bathrooms, exercise quarters, as well as site work for this project. There is a virtual pre-submittal meeting scheduled for next week, and then those RFQs aren't due until early December. Per the City of Chandler CIP, this project has an estimated valuation of $7.5 million. Next on my list is with the City of Mesa. They are requesting RFQs for design services for the Val Vista Drive, US 60 to Pueblo Avenue project. This project will improve Val Vista Drive to accommodate 3 through lanes in each direction from US 60 to Enid Avenue. And then from Enid Avenue to Pueblo, the roadway will remain 5 lanes, but will require pavement rehabilitation improvements. There is a virtual pre-submittal meeting scheduled for this one, actually this week. And then the RFQs are going to be due in mid-November. And this project has an estimated valuation of $8 to $10 million. Then the last one on my list is a big one with the city of Phoenix. They actually have 4 RFQs out right now for CMAR services for packages 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the Northwest Water and Wastewater Master Plan. So this master plan involves constructing new water and wastewater infrastructure to accommodate potential growth in the area south of Carefree Highway and west of the I-17 to the city of Phoenix limits. There is a virtual pre-submittal meeting scheduled for next week for all 4 of those RFQs. And then the RFQs are going to be due in late November. And those CMAR contracts range from $15 million to $37 million for a total of $107 million with all of them combined.
Perfect. Thank you. Those are some really good open opportunities for both design services and construction. Excellent. Amanda, our other public side researcher, can you give us a few updates on some public projects you found in the past week?
Yes, so ADOT's $700 million Broadway curve project has selected their preferred proposer. It's a joint venture with Pulice, FNF, Flatiron and T.Y. Lynn International, and that's for design and construction for that area. And then the Mesa Public Schools, the Mesa High Complex, has a $46 million contract that was awarded to Core Construction for campus renovations. And then the City of Chandler has the Detroit Basin Storm Drain Improvements. It's a $5.3 million project. The RFQ for design is scheduled to be advertised in the first quarter of next year. And then the town of Queen Creek has a roadway project from Meridian Road to Germain Road to the SR24. That's $9.3 million. Dibble is the engineer on it right now. They're about 60% design completed, and they expect to bid for construction in February of 2021.
Excellent. Thank you very much for that. All right, Jeffrey, are you on the line with us?
Yes, I am.
All right, let me go ahead and share my screen. And if you can take us through a couple of the new projects that you put into the database. First one we're looking at is the U-Haul flagship store, ID 3142. What can you tell me about this project?
Yeah, so the U-Haul flagship store is exactly what it sounds like. It's going to be a new 6-story U-Haul location located at the southwest corner of 3rd Street and Thomas, right in Midtown, actually right across from the existing U-Haul corporate headquarters. This new storage facility is intended to serve a urban walkable area, so it's actually focused on people taking public transit and ride sharing to get there. So it actually is focused more on easily accessible, smaller self-storage units than typical, but will also include a ground floor retail space as well as shipping supplies and some other interesting features like a take a box and leave a box thing, as well as unwanted item drop-off. So if you have things in your storage unit that you no longer want, you can actually leave them there for other people to put in their storage units, which is all actually pretty interesting. So U-Haul is working with Americo Real Estate for development, and they have selected RKAA Architects for the design. A general contractor and timeline have not been announced, but we still have a ways to go on this one because it's being heard for information only tonight at the Encanto Village Planning Committee meeting. So it'll have to go to another Encanto Village meeting before hitting the Planning Commission and City Council sometime in the future. So definitely looking further out into the future on that one.
Perfect. Thank you for that. And again, just kind of a recap as to what types of information we put into the database. We obviously have renderings. We have these great timelines, which give you an estimated path for how it will move through planning and design and construction. We always include the key players with full contact information. So if you wanted to reach out and actually get some leads on, how to do business with these people, we provide contact information, and then also all the documents we can find down here in the files section. So thank you, Jeffrey. All right, moving on, I'm going to go through, go to project ID 3143, Desert River 2 Master Plan. What can you tell me about this project?
Yes, the Desert River Master Plan is a rezoning of a previously zoned master plan that didn't see a lot of development. This one is going to be on the land north of St. Joseph's Westgate Medical Center near 99th Avenue and Northern. The new master plan encompasses about 66 acres split into 6 different parcels with various retail, office, commercial, hotel, and multifamily uses intended. The project was actually just approved at the October 27th Glendale City Council meeting. I recently spoke with the Empire Group, who is the landowner, and they confirmed that they are not directly developing any parcel, but rather they have them available for other developers. They are in escrow with 2 separate multifamily developers for parcels 5 and 6 at the moment, and they hope to find interested parties for the others in the near future. It's understandably too early to have too much information on the multifamily since it is in escrow, but they are expected to be about 25 dwellings per acre, meaning we could technically see up to 900 units in that area, though I expect the number will actually be lower given the multifamily in the surrounding developments.
Perfect, thank you. Yeah, you have good descriptions here for parcels 5 and 6, 18 acres, just over 18 acres each. So that looks really good. Interesting project to watch. Thank you. All right, moving on. Roger, the private side researcher, what kind of project updates can you give me today?
Yeah, so I got a couple projects in Avondale today. The first one is the Crystal Cove apartment complex. This is a pretty new project. We just found out about it last month. Rizzi Companies is the developer and Palmer Architects is the design firm. It just went through City Council on October 5th. It's a 238 unit apartment complex, 2 stories on 11 acres in Avondale. We have it valued at 30 to 35 million and it's 260,000 square feet. Spoke to Rizzi Companies and they're actually going to be developing and building this themselves. So they'll be acting as their own GC. They're a really small company. We don't have any other projects with them in the database, but they're based out of Scottsdale. So they're going to be building it themselves, they say. They didn't announce any timeline information yet, but it seems like it's most likely still in design. Might see this one start sometime next year. The next project is the Sonoran Apartments. It's an expansion project. It's a 5-story addition to the existing apartment complex on East 1st Street in Mesa. It's 63,000 square feet, 5 stories. We have it valued between 7 to 10 million. The owner is Tamwood Limited Partnership. They're also the developer. And then the architect is Marlene Emerzian Associates Architects. Spoke to the developer and they said that the project is still going through the design and cost estimate phase. It hasn't gone out to bid yet, but they said to check back with them in February of 2021. And that's when they're aiming to send the project out to bid. So could see it start construction sometime around Q3 2021 probably. And then the last project I got is another one in Avondale. This is an industrial project. It's the Avondale 50 Industrial Park. It's a 3-building industrial park that's going to be 718,000 square feet of built space. We have it valued between 57 million to 86 million. It's an Opus Group project. So they're going to be designing it in-house. It's going to be built in-house. They're using their whole general contracting team. But we just got word that they're going to be starting construction this month. And they're expecting the first building to be done by the end of 2021. So that's when we'll see probably rest of the buildings finishing up shortly after that too.
Excellent. Thank you for those. All right, if you'd like more information on any of the projects that we mentioned, any of the services, whether it's the digital magazine, the database product, or the events we put on, definitely reach out. You can find all of our contact information on our websites, asbex.com, bex-events.com, or data-bex.com. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.